So we're here at the DMS Congress at the poster area, and we are about to go and speak to some of the poster presenters. What is your name and where do you come from?
My name is Lise Friis Christensen and I'm from the National Food Institute at the Technical University of Denmark.
And what's the title of your poster?
Why isolating lactic acid bacteria from potatoes?
In one sentence, can you tell us why this topic is important?
I think that we need new proteases to make the transition from proteins to new food ingredients. And I think we can find that in lactic acid bacteria.
What's your name and where do you come from?
My name is Eleni Koursari. I come from Switzerland and I'm doing here my PhD in Denmark at the Technical University.
And what's the title of your poster today?
The potential for polyketide biosynthesis scales with bacterial richness and diversity.
In one sentence, can you summarize why this research topic is important?
So it is very important because we are currently in an antimicrobial resistance crisis and we urgently need to find novel antibiotics. And my project helps to find the place where we need to start looking in which environment.
What is your name and where do you come from?
Hello, my name is Fabian Hartmann. Originally I'm from Germany and currently I'm working on my PhD project at DTU Bioengineering.
Can you tell us the title of your poster?
My poster is entitled Sensor-Based Monitoring of Mycotiol Redox Potential and DNA Damage Response in Corynebacterium glutamicum upon exposure to oxidative stress.
And now the tricky question. In one sentence, can you summarize why this research is important?
This research focuses on assessing physiological parameters, states, which are very, very difficult to assess up with conventional analytical methods. It's focused on genetically encoded biosensors to easily and fastly assess those parameters, which is not possible. I mean, it's possible, but it's very, very difficult with conventional methods. So you are faster and you don't need to treat and sample.
What's your name and where do you come from?
My name is Carlos Lozano. I'm coming from DTU Bioengineering from the ACOS COBAS groups.
And what's the title of your poster?
Synthetic community invasion depends on secondary metabolite production in Bacillus subtilis.
In one sentence, can you summarize why this topic is important?
My research is quite important because we are trying to understand the role of secondary metabolites in natural environment like soil.
What's your name and where do you come from?
My name is Rune Aarlund Stanius and I work as a PhD student at DTU Bioengineering and also as a part of the Chemist Center.
What's the title of your poster today?
Well, it's right here. So it's the effect of spatial distribution on kin discrimination in Bacillus subtilis.
In one sentence now, can you summarize why is this research important?
Slightly long sentence, but so we're looking into bacterial secondary metabolites and how they are important for social interactions in bacteria. And this is important to help us design new microbiomes, for example, for growth promotion of plants, that we need this background.
What is your name and where do you come from?
Hi, I'm Laura and I come from Colombia, from the University of Copenhagen.
And what's the title of your poster?
Is characterization and manipulation of the wheat microbiome.
Now the tricky question. Why is this research important?
We are facing a problem now is that we need more efficient crop productions. So our idea is to use bacteriophages to manipulate the microbiome of plants so they grow better and also use them to kill bacterial pathogens that cause disease to optimize plant production.
What's your name and where do you come from?
My name is Klaus Sal. I have a company called Sal & Sal Advisors. We work with helping companies with difficult questions.
So what's the title of your poster today?
My title is, as you can see, tannins to control Clostridium perfringens. It's an in vitro test we have made.
In one sentence, can you summarize why is this research important?
As everyone knows, the antibiotic resistance is spreading, and so we need to find alternatives. And we have found natural alternatives that are naturally in feed, and we can use them instead of antibiotics.
What's your name and where do you come from?
Hello, I'm Xin Li. I come from China. I'm from Nanjing Agricultural University and also Technical University of Denmark.
What's the title of your poster?
Bacillus, it can stimulate resident rhizosphere Pseudomonas for plant health through metabolic interactions.
Can you summarize in one sentence why this topic is important?
I found that plant growth promoting bacteria, it can also induce the enrichment of other beneficial bacteria from the soil to to help plant grow better.
What's your name and where do you come from?
My name is Norbert Ács, and I come from University of Copenhagen. Originally, I'm Hungarian, but I work here in Denmark for 2 years now.
And what's the title of your poster?
The title of my poster is Quantifying Enterotoxigenic E. coli infecting phage from feces.
In one sentence, can you summarize why this research topic is important?
It is important because enterotoxigenic E. coli is causing post-weaning diarrhea amongst piglets. And since Denmark is a huge pig-producing country, it is causing huge financial concern. And the phages can be a good alternatives for fighting enterotoxigenic E. coli, and quantifying them is a huge step of making through the phage therapy kind of path of doing that.
What's your name and where do you come from?
My name is Summer and I come from University of Copenhagen, in particular from the Department of Food Safety and Zoonosis.
And what's the title of your poster?
Potential for zoonotic spreads of multi-resistant Clostridioides difficile.
In one sentence, can you summarize why this research is important?
I think it's very important because there is proof that transmission between animals and humans is happening of this very resistant pathogen, which is Clostridioides difficile, that causes a very untreatable infection. So I think that we could use this data to implement the way we farm animals and we treat them.
What's your name and where do you come from?
I'm Kaja Dinsen and I come from Denmark at the group of bacterial interactions and evolution with Arcos Kovacs.
And what's the title of your poster?
Elicitation of Bacillus subtilis secondary metabolites through biotic and abiotic factors.
Can you summarize in one sentence why this topic is important?
A deeper understanding of how microbe interactions and microplant interactions is working will help us go towards a greener way to use our agriculture and develop our agriculture for a better way.
What is your name and where do you come from?
My name is Signe Agnete Møller and I'm from the National Research Center for the Working Environment of Denmark.
And what's the title of your poster today?
Transport of microorganisms via work clothes. Do we take microorganisms with us?
In one sentence, can you tell us why is this research important?
It is important because we are looking at the working environment of waste collectors and whether there is a risk of them bringing home microorganisms via their work clothes. And we find that especially fungi could be a problem